We got our little machine here. Going to find a branch with at least a few on them. Like this one looks like it's got a couple. So put in like this, and then simply hold on to the branch, and then just pull up. And you can see it plucks off the blueberries there. Probably got about 8 on that round. Pick some blueberries, and we're going to sell them, right? So that's how it works here. You go into the forest, you pick blueberries, and then there's this shop kind of warehouse thing that will buy them off you at whatever price they determine on the day. It's usually around 5 rubles per kilo. Yeah. So you go in there. Yeah, this is a little tool thing. I'll show you later. My friend's got one. So we're going to go in there. We're going to pick some blueberries. They're different sizes. Some are small, some are big. Depends how much it's been raining. Depends the forest. We're going to go now to pick some blueberries. You can pick them at around 2 kilos per hour. Yeah, 2 kilos per hour, roughly. And then we're going to take them to the exporter. Now, this company, what they do is they have all the locals collect it for them, and then they outsource effectively to them, and then they pay them per kilo. Depends the day. It's usually around 5 rubles, which is maybe just short of $2. Yeah, just short of $2. So for an hour's work, it's around $4 US clear. That's pretty good, man. And what the exporter does is collects them all up, makes sure there's not too many leaves and twigs and stuff in them, and then freezes them and sells them, exports them, right? So apparently Germany was the biggest market for this. I'm not sure with the sanctions stuff now exactly how that will work. So obviously they're going somewhere, and people want them somewhere. And the raw cost is, as I say, around $2 a kilo. So when you're buying them in your supermarket, like I know in Australia you might pay around maybe $8 a kilo. So I was like, okay, there's $6 a kilo lost in there somewhere, right? Obviously the cost of the guy here, the shipping cost, the retail cost, blah, 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 blah. And then just a little bit of profit for the retailer, some taxes here and there as well. And that's kind of the added cost of getting from the village here to the supermarket, say in Germany or in Australia. So there is a bicycle that comes with this place, or at least they have like access to bikes. So the owner bought me down this bike. It's pretty cool, actually. I mean, obviously it's a little bit weathered, like you'd expect, but it's pretty cool. It's got the suspension there. It's got the 3x7 gears, 3x6 gears. So 3x6, so you got 18 gears there. The suspension here, and these kind of, I don't know what they're officially called, but we used to call them chandelier brakes when I was a kid, as opposed to those kind of hard, kind of the plastic ones that go like that, or the metal ones that go like that, rather than the wire. I'm really looking forward to getting on this and riding out to the village today. Sorry, not the village, to the forest. I'm riding out to the forest, and I'm going to pick some blueberries. Alright, so we just left the petrol station, and there's some forest. So we haven't been to this one before, so let's go check this out. Pick some, maybe blueberries, maybe some mushrooms. Just kind of depends what's in this one, but apparently blueberries are kind of everywhere, so blueberries is the goal, or are the goal. Alrighty, we just rode another, I don't know, 20 minutes or so. We're going to go up here, park the bikes, and look at that, it's real. Alright, so it's on the thing here you can see. Look at that, blueberries, baby. There they are in their natural habitat. Growing everywhere, just wild in the forest. So we'll walk in and try to find, sorry about that, it won't focus properly today. We'll go in search of more dense collections of blueberries. So this is what the forest looks like. So a couple of things my friend was just saying, if you see a snake, just kind of slowly back away. She's saying they're generally not poisonous, but just, yeah, slowly back away from them. And also if you see a wild pig, you better fucking run. Because if they have babies, they tend to charge you. So, alright, let's get in there. Alright, keep walking. No, there's quite a few there. You can see them sprinkled around there. Deeper in there as well. Very nice. So obviously, does someone live further down here or something? Why would cars go down here?
This road just for people who work in the forest or people who visit forest, for example, to
Just like
take
tourists.
some wood for home, something like that, to pick berries. Nobody.
So it's kind of economic. So coming here to get wood or berries, there's a kind of financial incentive, financial reasons. You can see there's quite a lot around here
It's
as
not
well.
free. You should pay for wood if you need wood. But berries are free. You can pick them up and do whatever you want.
I mean, if we want some firewood and we just take that wood, who's going to stop us? Like, how do you pay for the wood?
If they detect that you take some wood from the forest, you will have a very big fine. Russian.
And how do you pay for it?
I don't know actually.
Because there's going to be no one there.
But
I can't imagine there's a person waiting there to collect wood money. All right, we got our little machine here. Going to find a branch with at least a few on them. Like this one looks like it's got a couple. So put in like this, and then simply hold on to the branch, and then just pull up. And you can see it plucks off the blueberries there. Probably got about 8 on that round. See them adding up. This machine is unbelievable. I had the image, right? When my friend said we're going to go pick some berries in the forest, I'm like, I can see myself on my hands and knees sweating, whatever. A good friend of mine went fruit picking. So I think in Australia, in the middle and northern parts especially, is for foreigners, like tourists, backpackers, to come and pick fruit, right? And if you want to stay, so you can come for like a 12-month working visa. If you want an extension for another 12 months, you have to work for 3 months picking fruit, right? So it's a bit of an industry. Anyway, my buddy wanted some time off, have some fun, whatever. So he goes up to somewhere in New South Wales, I think, to pick capsicums. And he lasted like just 3 hours or something. He was like, mate, you're on your knees, your back's killing out, there's blood coming out of your hands. It's like, it's not worth it for $23 an hour, you know what I mean? So that's what I had in my head. I'm like, all right, let's get on the knees, let's do some hard work. But then this machine is so efficient. I mean, you can't imagine how efficient this machine is, really. It's how old would this be? Older than you?
I don't know actually. Maybe as minimum 10 years.
Minimum
maybe
10
more.
years. So
I don't know actually.
pretty good ROI on this one. And they were selling plastic ones like this for was about 10 rubles. Plastic versions look exactly the same, just yellow plastic, same design and everything as well. So, all right, we're going to try and fill up maybe 2 kilos, and we're going to go sell them. So apparently these little tool things used to pick up the berries, these used to be illegal for a while because it was considered or assumed that they would ruin the forest. But after people were seeing that actually year after year it has no problems, they keep regrowing, and they made these little tool things legal again. So what would your grandma do if she gets some money? What will she do with the extra money from the blueberries?
It's like for her savings because, as I mentioned, she helped me to buy my flat. So she lost all her savings because me.
Okay.
Understand?
So if she didn't do that, if she already had savings, would she still be picking berries or not?
Yes. It's like her favorite hobby. And, some years ago, she picked berries to do some cosmetic renovation for our home, just for Pinterest walls, something like that.
Just paint the walls.
Paint
Yeah.
walls. Yes, and it was to also to do some renovation. Actually, the biggest our expenses is to some work with maintaining our garden and home. So that's all. Because as for food, we prefer just simply food because mostly we have something from our garden. And my grandma doesn't use something like deliveries. And, no, you understand what is expensive. And usually I buy all food, all about food with my money.
So it's for those extra kind of things, those once-offs, those one-off expenses, as opposed to running costs. So it's those interesting.
One woman, she is my grandma friend. She is very old also, and she's picking berries extremely in
Quickly?
big volumes. Yes.
Yeah. How does she do with big volumes? What makes a fast blueberry picker?
she's so you see I'm very slowly now, but she's doing you can see like just 1, 2, 3, and she can maybe pick 1 kilogram with 15 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, it's extremely fast.
That's 4 kilograms. She's making something around $8 per hour.
And after she go to the pins,
Yeah.
because there are more high price.
Higher
and,
prices.
Buy it in such place as you see in Lagishan, but more big for people who don't want to go to the forest.
Oh, I see.
And,
So $8 an hour. I mean, out here in the towns, I mean, everything's a lot cheaper than Minsk. So it's like probably like the fifth of the prices that you might find in a capital city. So effectively, they're making 40 US an hour if you're a master at it. I mean, that's some serious coin. That's some good money. So how many months of the year can you do this? Like how long are the blueberries good here?
near 2 months.
About 2 months. This is a difficult question. Maybe you probably don't know the answer, but how would have this worked in communist time?
Could you repeat this again?
Like during the communist era, like during, let's just say the 70s or 80s, what would have happened? Like, could people do this?
Yes.
It was allowed
But,
still.
lots years ago they could pick not just blueberries but lots more another berries
Oh,
and
so many here.
also sold them.
Okay, so there was still a market. There was some market working there. And who would buy it? Was it the government buying it, or how does it work?
Government, Soviet government bought it earlier, and now not just governmental but also private companies bought it and do something with them or sell to export to other countries, like I told you yesterday.
I'm getting
And
blue as
they
well.
will very dark after.
Yeah, nice blue hands. They call them blueberry hands. I feel like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, where the fat kid goes in the
Very factory.
blueberry factory. Yeah.
But actually, it's more good for health than chocolate.
Really?
Of course, chocolate is not good for health.
What sort of propaganda have you been listening to? Chocolate's wonderful. I think dark chocolate's fine, right? If the cocoa proportion is fairly high, I'm sure it's decent for you.
I also like sweets,
But do you have dark chocolate or you have sugar chocolate?
I prefer milk chocolate. Milk chocolate with
Milk chocolate is sugar chocolate, right? It's sugar and yeah. I'm not guilting you, but yeah, just pointing it out.
My favorite chocolate is Milka, but I don't know.
Oh yeah,
Do you know? But not Russian and.
Milka's everywhere. Milka's like a big international brand.
Oh yeah.
But it's amazing spraying that stuff on then just got rid of everything. Like, there were so many bugs just jumped us as soon as we stopped riding the bikes.
And do you have where I
Have some
can
more? Yeah. Oh, containers? Oh, yeah, I have container in the thing.
container?
Yeah. Just the ones that you left yesterday. Alright, so we've got our first half kilo. Hasn't taken too long. We'll get our blueberry containers. They do have the sandwiches in them, but Navajna. Do this thing up nice and tight because I don't trust these bugs and stuff flying around. They're pretty creative. So we'll just store them up in these nice little tub things. Alright, got some high ones here. Do they care about the size? Is there any rules about the size? Like they need to be a minimum size, or does it matter? They give a different price, different sizes?
It's better to take bigger
Hmm.
because they are more sweet mostly. But it depends actually.
Do they have different prices or not? No.
Absolutely.
Because they have that like with nuts, right? Like with walnuts and almonds, they have different prices per kilo based on the size of them. I've noticed this in the markets.
For blueberries, no, but maybe
I mean, if these are just frozen blueberries, then these are just going in smoothies anyway. So like, people don't expect too much. After about 1 hour of my friend using that little tool thing that I showed you, and I was just picking them with hand, which is very, very slow and laborious. Probably didn't even go for an hour, but got almost 2 kilos, I'd say. Almost 2 kilos, just to try and give you a bit of a sense of how big or small these are. These are probably smaller than I'm familiar with. Give a sense there next to my hands. Probably a little bit on the smaller side, but if these were at the market in Minsk, these would be around 30 rubles per kilogram. And again, this is probably almost 2 kilograms, maybe 1.7, 1.8, somewhere around there, maybe a bit more. So maybe 50, 60 rubles worth. Exchange rate's about 2.7 rubles per $1 US. So it's around $20 US worth to buy at the market, and to sell at a wholesale level, maybe $3 or $4.